Hi, everybody. It's Matthew Mitchell again. I'm glad to be back here for the second try on the persuasive argument. And I had some very good comments the last time, many of it being that they didn't really feel that it was persuasive. They thought that it was more of an informative speech. And I would agree with that. It sounded more informative. There wasn't really much of an attention grabber. So enjoy this one. How many of you here would like to have a full coin purse, as is said in the book, The Richest Man in Babylon, rather than it being air? How many of you like to have a wallet full of cash instead of it sucking air? Well, these are simple, good tips that I'm going to give you to have a coin purse jiggling with cash rather than being empty all the time and feeling broke. The first rule is to always save 10% of your wealth. This seems like a simple piece of advice, but unfortunately, many people don't follow it. If they were to save anything, it's what's left over at the month rather than it being a deliberate amount. Each month you set aside 10% like you would for an expense or any type of bill, not what's left over at the end, which will be pitifully small because it psychologically you're going to save less unless you know there's a certain amount that you put away at the beginning of the month, not the end. The second one is to control your expenditures. I have here a 3x5 card of all of the expenditures that I keep on a monthly basis. That's what I do for my monthly budgeting. I wanted to show that to you on how simple it is to do your monthly budget. I use a 3x5 card. Some people like to use apps, mints. I personally like to write down every single expenditure because then it psychologically ingrains in my mind. This is how much you spend each month, and this is how much you will allot for yourself. So that's the first thing I do after I save my 10% is controlling my expenditures. The next one is to be as profitable as much as you possibly can. Uh, I believe that we live in a society that is very good at saying manage your expenditures and grow your profitability, be more marketable, make more money. That's why we're all going. A big reason why we go to college is because we want to be able to increase our income. My only other piece of advice is do things that on the side, do things at first for free. You never know. I used to just crochet for fun. I haven't sold any hats yet, but that's a business idea that I'm wanting to do in the future is to sell hats. And that was just from a skill that I developed on the sideline. So do everything in your power to be more profitable, to earn additional income. But do these things after you've taught yourself how to save 10% and how to control your expenditures, then find ways to be more profitable. Just because earning more money but having a broken a giant hole below your cistern isn't going to help. You're going to still be dealing with money problems even if you greatly increase your year to income. The next one that I actually find really interesting is there's a tablet that had the 5 laws of gold, and one of it is money comes to those who understand it gladly and abundantly. Money flees from those who don't understand it. And I thought that that was really interesting that money is an abundant, many people think of money as a scarcity, which you can think about if it's in your mindset, but money is actually very abundant and the opportunities to earn money is boundless. And money will come to you gladly if you understand its nature and you know how to manage it wisely. If you're foolish with money, it's going to always flee from you and you're always going to have an empty wallet and feel broke all the time. It's not a very fun experience. It's actually quite horrible. The third one is only find ways to make a nice steady income, and don't expect to have too high of a rate of return. I thought that was interesting too, that in the book it's not so much get like a 12% rate of return. It's find a good investment that gets you a steady flow and be content with it. Money is a good employee. In the book it says a good slave or a good servant. We don't use those terminologies anymore. It's slave is a negative connotative, but it's a very good employee, and it will make you more additional income without you having to actually work more hours. So these are my few simple principles, and persuasive is save 10%, control your expenditures, learn to spend less than you earn. It's very simple to be able to do those first two. If you can't do those first two, then everything else is completely pointless. You will never be out of a financial bind. And then the last two is earn as much as you possibly can, be as productive as you can, and understand and know how to wisely use your money. Thank you so much.